All right, so for progress report number 3, the good thing is that we have received some of the files and data that we've been asking for from our sponsor, namely 2 important Excel sheets that have some of the numbers that we're looking for in terms of demands of specific destinations. Those are what I've been waiting for my simulation model. For now, I've just had like filler numbers. I'm still waiting on certain things like, I mean, I was waiting for the organization of which specific destinations need specific demands. But as I'll get into, I need to simplify my simulation model because of the any logic PLE restrictions. So I no longer need that information, but I still do need um, like the worker processing times, which I'm waiting on Guillermo to give me. And also he has agreed to record like just the overall process going on in the facility so that we can remind ourselves of what it looks like and like potentially identify any areas of improvement, like specifically for 5S. Um, yeah, we've also just learned different ways that FedEx operates for improvement and receives data for it. We've One of the Excel sheets has like the engineering demand plan, which he keeps talking about, which basically just shows like for how much throughput the facility is processing, how many workers per position do they need, and that's good information for me to use. Also, like once I follow through with the simulation, I can maybe try to see like if we can standardize those numbers. Like at the beginning of a shift, okay, we know we're expecting this much volume for the facility. How many people do we need to have on schedule? That's one of the ideas that we've been thinking of. We're still playing around with the idea of trying out Flex Sim. I'm not really working too much with that because I'm working with AnyLogic, but that's what my team is up to. As for AnyLogic, I maxed out recently on the 200 block limit. So instead of waiting around to see if I can get the professional license for it, Dr. Kim has instead just suggested that I reduce the 18 sources that I had at the unload site to just one. There are certain capabilities that are lost in doing that, but the project has to continue, so simplification is required. The same thing for the unload side or for the load side on the other end of the process. I was thinking of modeling all of the doors because that way we can vary like different workers going to different doors. Same thing with the pickers. Um, and just like overall trying to see how we can fix bottlenecks, but that's way too much processing, way too many blocks that we can't model right now. So I'm just going to keep it simplistic just so we can have a minimum viable product. Um, so I only need the wing side demands. We've discussed some different improvement techniques for 5S and line balancing. Um, Namely Kelly and Michaela were discussing that. Some of their ideas were like for the shine part of 5S, implementing a short 5-minute end of shift inspection checklist for tugger drivers, including things like checking cartwheels and tugger battery levels and conveyor obstructions, floor debris, things like that. Just creating a standardized process to make sure that we're getting the cleaning done. As for standardized things like establishing departure rules, um, defining standard unloading sequences and travel paths, and then for sustain, like introducing a 5S weekly audit checklist performed by supervisors. Um, we still have to expand a little bit more on that, but some things we're waiting on from our sponsor are the dimensions that I need to model travel time in my model. Um, we've been waiting for AutoCAD files for the longest time, but I no longer think we really need that. As long as I can get the relevant distances that I need, that's all that matters. And the video that he said he was going to provide us. So overall, we are a little bit behind. We still have yet to turn in our verification and validation evidence, and also the knowledge assignment. The knowledge assignment we can turn in pretty soon. The verification one, we still have to wait at least until I'm finished with the simulation, which today's Sunday. I'll have it done by tomorrow, or at least I'll have proven that I can do it in the simplified way where I've reduced 18 sources to one. Once I've proven that I can do that, I can finish the simulation, and then we can go with our verification and validation. That way we keep the project on track, and we can start preparing for the final report. So yeah, we're a little bit behind, but all we need to do is just start allocating a little bit more time out of the week, and also collaborating as a team more to get ourselves back on track.